Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Cause I ain't like it. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is...
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Goff on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Rams.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 39. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
From midfield now, Haskins. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
At the 41-yard line.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A gain of 14.
Well, there's the flash and dash that Rams fans got used to during the Todd Gurley era, but with Todd in the rearview mirror, here's Cam Akers, the rookie out of Florida State, and he can exhibit the same type of ability. Running, cutting, can catch the ball in the backfield. I think he'll be a better pro than a collegiate player because I believe he'll get better blocking and show his talents. And in Sean McVay's offense, he'll get the ball often.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on fourth down. Greg Stroman back deep waiting for it. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They go play action now. Haskins. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30.
They ain't ready for us.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Rams nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Here's Gall. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on first down. It's Brown. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He's brought down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the
Not
pickup.
a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
But when you think of the Rams and their passing game, sometimes Robert Woods gets overlooked. But if I told you he led the team in targets for the last 2 years and had 139 last year, would you be surprised? Probably. But now with Brandon Cooks gone from the roster, they'll look in his direction maybe even more. And I just love the intensity that he plays the game with.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second and 10, Goff. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air again. Goff. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 46-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's out to the left flat and complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Haskins back to the air. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let's get out the field, D. Let's get out the field, D. Mike, 56.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
For Terry McLaurin, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Marcus, defense, Marcus. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Get that quarterback, defense.
Throwing again. Haskins. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Adrian Peterson in his 14th NFL season. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
Right down there.
Washington. Adrian Peterson. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated in the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
56 to Mike, boy, 56.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
At their own 4-yard line.
They start the drive with Peterson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd.
Now Haskins down around his goal line. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right there.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins got his man complete over the middle. That's Love. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes this Washington 24, Rams 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10. At their own
set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Goff on 3rd down. Going up top for Kupp. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's the end.
That one goes for 36 yards. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. Washington on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Haskins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
That's good.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 14. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Complete to
A big play there for L.A. 54 yards.
1st down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 23-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
They go play action with Haskins. Throw left side, complete to Moss.
Haskins pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now it's Haskins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
4th down. Here's Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Rolling to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Rams 13.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They get the 1st. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime